Hi friends, I'm here at the lake with Milo. I was trying to pick him up and had a little bit of a hard time bending down, getting him. Shook him up a little bit. Anyways, I'm enjoying the beautiful lake still. I have a few days left, and I thought I would do a quick little video about my exercise routine. I've gotten really lazy about it, and boy, does my body scream at me big time when that happens. I get a lot more stiff, my pain increases. Whew, it's pretty bad. So I'm trying to regain my mobility, lower my pain level, and that's going to take a little work. But I've got to do it. I've been so preoccupied with everything else that I have had going on that I really haven't been taking care of myself. Now the exercises that I do comes with, the routine and physical therapy exercises that were given to me by physical therapists according to my issues, okay, and my disability. So it's not a how-to video, it's just to share some of those exercises that I do. Some people had asked me, what I do. So I'm going to show you in a couple clips of what I do. Now the amount I do isn't in this video, okay, and the how-to, because everyone has to work with their own doctor. So this is the disclaimer for that. So see your doctor, have them recommend you to a physical therapist according to your issues, but I highly recommend it. I have stenosis, which is, kind of like arthritis in the spine and everything, and in my hips, and I also have trouble with my knee, and you have to have a moderation of exercises that you need to do for your body twice a day. That's what I have to do. I'm going to put him down. And so you need to do those. And that helps to keep some mobility, because it is like that saying, if you don't use it, you will lose it. So it is so important to do that if you have any kind of issues. So I'm really excited to share my little routine that I do of some of my favorite exercises that were given to me. And the hard part about this is finding places to do this when you are traveling. You get those exercises, and I hope you enjoy, what I do. All right, in this clip, what I'm doing is I am on my hands and my knees, and everything is just, comfortably, evenly apart, directly underneath my body. And I am lifting up with my back, so I'm making a arch, and I hold it for a couple of seconds, and then I lower my stomach down until it's comfortable. There should be no pain in any process of this. I mean, you might feel a little discomfort, but should not be any severe pain. So I just do it as much as my body feels comfortable. And what I'm doing is I am opening up the gappage that's between the vertebrae, where the nerves go in and out through the vertebrae. So it's important to do this because it takes the pain and pressure that's going on with the pinching of the nerves through the vertebrae. And then now I am stretching everything out as I just get a good stretch going on there. Okay, in this clip, I am laying down on my back and I have my knees bent and I just gently rock, keeping my knees together as I go as far as it's comfortable to the left, and I hold it 5 seconds, and I rock over to the right, holding it for 5 seconds. Notice I keep my feet together, and I'm just gently, just slightly rocking to the left and then to the right. Now in the beginning I could hardly do any movement here. It was like barely to the left or the right. But because I've been doing this for so many years, I'm able to move it more distance now to the left, to the right. Now what I do here is you hug your knees, pulling your both knees towards your stomach, just pulling it forward gently. Everything should always feel comfortable, no extreme pain. And then I grab one leg at a time and I hold it 5 seconds each leg, holding it, just to gently kind of pull to the towards me, towards my stomach, just a gentle pull and hold. Notice I'm not jerking, I'm not bobbing, it's just a gentle pull and hold. And I do each leg 5 seconds. Okay, that's one of my favorite ones. And then I grab both legs again, do a gentle stretch out, and you can feel this in that lower back and also in my hips. It's a really good one for the hips. This one here is really good for the sciatica nerve and pain that can happen from the buttocks down the leg. And so you just take a leg and you cross it over on top of the other leg, and I'm gently bringing the leg that is crossed over, I'm bringing the underneath leg and pulling it up forward towards, basically towards my stomach. So it's just a nice gentle stretch, holding it 5 seconds every time, and then I switch to the other one, hold it 5 seconds, and again it's just a gentle pulling that underneath leg up towards my stomach area. Now I can't do the right leg as much, towards my body because I have a knee issue. Okay, this exercise was given to me by a really good friend of mine, C. Debs, when I was down in Arizona, and I had a really bad sciatica injury, and it was just so awful. And she went through a really bad incident herself, and nothing was working to help her to get through it. And so this one is from her, not from a physical therapist, but I still do it today. With a lot of back injuries, depending what you have going on, it isn't always safe to do a lot of rotation stuff. So you have to do this with your own discretion, but I had nothing to lose and it helped me. So what I do is I have my legs just slightly apart, my hands are behind my head, and I just slightly turn to the left, hold it 5 seconds, I turn to the other side and hold it 5 seconds, and I just continue to do that to both sides, and I just gently do it. There should never be any kind of extreme pain, just a nice little stretch movement in there. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video on my exercise routine, and I do realize how important it is to keep that up. So the main message of this video is, if you have any kind of issues, if you don't use it, you will lose it pretty quickly. So what we need to do is, maintain our mobility. because obviously as you age you will lose more and more of it, especially when you have disabilities, any kind of chronic issues. So it's never going to 100% fix your issue, but you're always trying to do things to slow the degeneration down. At least that has always been my goal, is to slow it down. Because it is degenerative. It's just going to happen with age, but you're just hoping to, you know, slow it down. I can't say more than that. Another thing I was trying to do is increase my water intake. I realized how much I was not doing that, and I really need to focus on water. So I cleaned out I lost it, my larger water bottle that's 24 ounces, and I've been, you know, downing several of those a day, and I make sure I get through one of those first thing in the morning too. Not at one time, but within an hour, you know, I get through the 24 ounces, and lots of water throughout the day, because I really feel that I haven't been focusing on that, and that is so critical to is water, and I've been really distracted and not focusing on my water intake. So I'm really doing a lot of things to improve my health, because I really want to say that with all the distractions and stuff that I had going on, I really haven't been doing that, and I can really feel the quality of my life slipping away in front of me. So I'm just taking control of it back, and, you know, maintaining you know, my mobility and my body the way it is so far, without it degenerating even more, because it's always been my goal for a while, is to watch it and be mindful of my body, what it can and cannot do, not to overstress it, rest when it needs to rest, and move. Now when I move or walk, I do short walks, and with any type of mobility issues, because I have severe arthritis in my hips and arthritis in my spine, throughout my body, and so what my goal is to do short little walks, because I used to have to do this with my dogs. I have to do this with Milo with his spinal issue. So it's better to do a bunch of short walks a day than long stretches, because the long stretches will put too much strain on the body. So you're not trying to overwork it or stress it out. You're just trying to keep the mobility or maintain mobility. So keep that in mind, because definitely some movement is better than no movement, and that is absolutely critical. And I will also take a little stool with me when I want to do little longer walks, so I can rest along the way. So that's really important, but to also be able to rest and move and rest and move. But remember, long stretches is not going to be good. It'll just put too much strain, okay, on the body, and you don't want to do that. So I hope these tips helped you, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what I do. And remember, it's not a video of a how-to. Talk to your doctor. Have them send you to a physical therapist, have them design something for you. But I also do like these physical therapists that are on YouTube. I love these guys. I gain so much knowledge, and not only that, I've learned more from them than even from my own physical therapist when I was going to them, because he also warns you about the things of not to do when you have certain ailments. So I'll put a link again to their video. It's Brad and Bob. Or he might be called Bob and Brad, but one or the other, whatever name is first. But I will put a link again to them, and they are just really informative, and I love these guys on YouTube, okay? So I'm sure you'll benefit from them if you have any kind of issues. All right, so I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.